to Intermediate Level English Language Arts.
Hi guys, welcome to English Language Arts Grade 5. And our topic today would be writing an excuse letter, alright? So, what are excuse letters for? Okay, so excuse letters, guys, these are letters that are used for asking permissions from or to explain to people with authority for excusing you for whatever event that took place. Okay, a very common thing here would be an excuse letters are usually given to teachers, right, or principals, right, to excuse a child or to excuse a student from class. Okay, now an excuse letter, guys, it has to be a formal letter. Now there are different parts of a formal letter. These parts are the header, the greeting, the body, the closing remarks, and the signature. Okay, now what are these parts, right? So the header is a letter, is a part of the letter which contains the address of the sender and also the date when the letter was written. Okay, now there are two lines for the address line 1 and 2, and then the date. Okay, now on the first line of the address, guys, it's gonna be you're gonna be writing there the lot number or house number, okay, the number of your house, followed by the barangay or the street or the apartment. Okay, then you're gonna be below it you're going to be the address line 2. That's gonna be where your municipality is, or the town, or the city where you live, right? And then the province. Okay, so again, the first line, the top one, that's gonna be the number of your house, number of your apartment, right, the building number, okay, followed by the street that you're in, the barangay wherein you guys are in, the subdivision that you guys are in. And then in the address line 2, that's where you're going to be placing the municipality, the town, the city that you guys live, and then the province, right? And then the date. The date is going to be when the letter was written. Okay? Now take note, guys, the address is going to be your address. Your address. Now, greeting. Greeting is the part where the message is the part that addresses or greets the recipient of the letter. Now, this is where the dear Mr., dear Miss, dear ma'am, dear sir, okay? Then the body. The body would be containing the main message of the letter. Alright? Closing remarks would be you giving the closing remarks. Usually that's where you put there your student, your friend, right? Okay? Your son, your daughter, okay? And then the signature, this is the part where the sender signs or informs who he or she is. This is where you write your name, okay? That's the signature part. This is where you write your name. So here's an example, guys, right? I will show you, okay? So here, I have my address. It's the first line of the address. So by the way, this is what it would look like in a paper, okay? So, number 41, Barangay Salay, right? That's the number 41 is the number of my house, and Barangay Salay is the barangay where I live, right? And then on the next line, we have the municipality. I live in Mangaldan, okay? And then the province, Pangasinan, okay? Next, below that is going to be the date, September 3, 2020. For example, that's where I started writing the letter, right? And then greeting. Greeting, dear teacher Vince, okay? Now, in this excuse letter, guys, you guys are supposed to make sure that you're going to address it to me, your teacher, okay? And then the body is going to be the main part of the excuse letter. Next, closing, your student, okay? So please, you guys use this closing remarks, okay, for the letter that you're going to write, okay? Your student. And then signature, you place your full name, okay? I didn't ever place my full name there because doesn't fit much, right? But in an actual piece of paper, it would fit, okay? Now take note, guys, the addresses, the header, and the closing and signature should be all in the right part of the letter. Okay, the greeting is gonna be in the left side. You're gonna start writing also on the left side of the paper. Okay, so here's what you guys are gonna do. For your pre-write, guys, you think of an excuse to give your teacher, something that is excusable. So what are the reasons for you guys to be excused in class? Okay, make sure that it is excusable. So for example, please excuse me because my dog died. Is that excusable? Alright? Or please excuse me because it was my birthday and we had to celebrate it. Okay? Or for example, please excuse me because it's the anniversary of my Lola and Lola. and you have to celebrate it, right? So make sure that you would choose an excuse. It doesn't need to be true, guys. It doesn't need to be true, okay? But make sure that the excuse has to be excusable, okay? And then in your draft, start writing your letter, right? The letter should have all the parts, okay? And don't forget to indicate the correct full address, okay? And the date must be the date when you started writing it. So the date you started writing the draft, that's going to be the date that you're going to be writing up until publish, okay? Now, revise. Check the revised checklist on page 91 of your books. The revised checklists are already there. Check it. You could already add or subtract stuff, right? Details from the letter in the body. Next, edit. Check for minor mistakes like spelling or punctuation marks and indentions. Okay? Now, for the publish, it's gonna look like this, guys. Publish is gonna look like this. So, write an excuse letter in your notebooks. Label it excuse letter. That's gonna be the activity title. Okay? For your header, do not skip one line. In the header only. Okay? It would look like that. Add just line 1, add just line 2, and then the date. Right? But after the header, skip one line. Okay? After the header, you see that line over there below date, right? Skip line. Then, next, dear, start with the greeting already, alright? The body must be 1 to 2 paragraphs. 1 to 2 paragraphs for your body, okay? Now, again, once you're done with this, take a photo of it and then upload it, send it to me in Schoology, right? And that ends our lesson 4, writing an excuse letter.